New card. What do you think?
Whoa. Very nice. Look at that.
It's very cool, Bateman, but that's nothing. Look at this.
That is really nice.
Impressive. Very nice. Let's see Paul Allen's card. Look at that subtle off-white coloring. The tasteful thickness of it. Oh my God. It even has
Michael.
Contrary to what you see now, there was a time where Call of Duty Zombies had a mainstream popularity. Popularity wasn't just a given because they had the name zombie tagged onto it. There were talented teams of people for conceptualization and game design, and they had to make sure that whatever they put into the game would not only fit well functioning, but also make people want to play the game. Nowadays, you don't quite need that kind of stuff anymore. You just need to know how to copy it, and the ROBLOX platform is a perfect place to do it. Michael Zombies is deliberately meant to attract the attention of kids through the name and the funny premises that's tacked onto a copied and tied format. Michael is a little meme character cat thing, and he's mentioned throughout the game, and that's about it. It's just there to attract kids and nothing beyond that, so really, it shouldn't be Michael's Zombies, it should be Roblox Call of Duty, but with a subtle reference to an internet meme. Although I'm afraid that name isn't exactly as flattering or attractive as the latter. The premises of Michael Zombies is that the omnipotent cat named Michael trapped you into a pocket dimension, and while I'm not here to critique the lore of a kid's game, I will say that the concept of Michael is not used whatsoever. The Riese and the guns are literally copied from the Call of Duty World at War, and I would have completely forgotten that Michael even existed if there wasn't writing on the walls here. Like, you could have at least retextured the perk machines or something to allude to Michael, but enough of that crazy talk. Now that we've gotten that out of our way, we can talk about the gameplay itself. The game only has two maps, one of which is a beat-by-beat copy of the Riese from Call of Duty World at War, and the second is called Lighthouse, and it's a super tiny map, but actually a tad bit interesting. We'll get into that one in a moment though, because most people who play Michael Zombies are playing the Riese, which is why it was a good map to copy. It's a familiar name, and the entire map is the exact same, albeit less detailed, but guns are the same, perks are the same, you get it. Honestly, the only minor changes I noticed beside the toned down detail of the map was a slightly cheaper pack-a-punch cost, the writing on the wall being replaced with illusions of Michael, and the monkey bombs being remodeled into an actual tiny little person you can throw. That's about it really. Anyway, since this map is a total rehash of the previous property, I won't spend too much time on it. Lighthouse is the second map, and it's the map that everybody seems to refer to when they say Michael Zombies did something different. It's the only part of the game where the developers seem to shed some new ideas, which is funny because of how lackluster the map actually is itself. In Lighthouse, you're stuck on this tiny little island, and your main goal is to figure out how to escape. Figuring out how to escape wasn't exactly difficult, and I don't have a problem with this. It's a quest that most kids would be able to figure out as so long as they use their brains just a little bit. Unlike most COD Zombie main quests, the island itself, it's tiny, which I think is some pretty scuffed map design, but it does present a nice challenge to the player, and it reinforces the idea that you need to escape as soon as possible. The quest to escape itself was fine for the majority of it. Most of it is just using the resources around the island to conjure up a rescue signal, then you can call in the boat and it will take you off the island. But then the game hits you with this massive 60,000 points to escape, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I just solved this massive ass puzzle and now you want me to just grind points? This honestly just came off to me as a cheap tactic to artificially inflate the difficulty of the map and just keep me there longer than I needed to be. I mean, like I said before, the map is tiny, so there's like nothing to do, not even a pack-a-punch. So when the game insists on keeping you there even longer, it's just a bit of a drag on. Like, I wish that the boat had a motor that you had to fill up with zombie souls in order to power up, giving you some sort of epic last stand on the docks, rather than you just running it around the island in circles until you've grinded up enough points to leave. Lighthouse also has a scam of a weapon, known as the ore. You have to pay 3,000 points to unlock the cabinet, and then 5,000 more in order to buy it. And it's a 2-shot on round 10. All it is just a Bowie knife that can hit multiple targets at once. Most players don't even want to buy the Bowie knife for 3,000 points, let alone a crappy ass ore for almost 3 times as much. But it was a cool idea, alright? Credit where credit is due. I was in fact an avid ethereal Riese enjoyer in Black Ops 4. So when looking at Michael Zombies as a whole, you can kind of see how borderline manipulative the whole premises is. It's just another COD Zombie copy, but with a funny meme attached to its name. It has a small side map that's just enough to make its players say, hey guys, try Michael Zombies, it's did something original. Am I hating it? I hope not, because this kind of format bloody worked. I'm not trying to bash Michael Zombies, I just kind of wanted to point out why the game seemed to attract so many people so easily, and why people are so quick to give it a good rap. After all, you guys recommended it to me. But in all seriousness, if you enjoy the game, that's fine. It's a game that you're just kind of meant to play. Once again, I am repeating this just to be safe. I do not have an objectively negative opinion on the game. It just isn't for me personally, but I did want to make this video. Plus, I haven't had a review where I just complained about Roblox zombie games in a while, so.
Yeah, hey guys, it's Bredian here, and it's currently 4:30 in the morning for me, so that's also nice. Okay, yeah, this video sounds a little off. I tried something new. My mic was broken. Yeah, editing this was a little fun to do. I'm being sarcastic. And I am going to put subtitles on. Why? Because, well, there's a part of the video where that is almost unintelligible. But yeah, well, I just want to say thank you all for watching. Please, if you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing and checking out some of my longer videos, because I do these more elaborate, longer reviews about games like Isle, Before the Dawn, other zombie games. So please check that out. Those are slightly longer than just like 5 or 6 minutes. And join my Discord. I would really like it if you guys did that and ping me, said hi, and we could play some games sometime maybe. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.